I actually have a question about a piece of legislation that you introduced. I actually work for a Money in Politics blog and sort of covering Washington corruption and lobbyists. You introduced this bill called the Sunlight Act, basically to sort of expedite campaign disclosures and to get a lot more sunlight and transparency in sort of the process. Why do you think that's needed, and how do you think that would improve the process?
I thought it should have been amended onto the Stock Act that just passed, and it was denied under the rules. Because people that make the decisions on the rules are usually the ones that write them or amend them. But here's this: that if you look at the career and history of Alan Mollohan, former congressman from West Virginia, it was clear to me 7 or more years ago that his net worth had jumped from $150,000 to $6.5 million. That's minimum to minimum because there's a broad reporting range. That happened in 2 years. And I don't know anybody smart enough to take a congressional salary and roll it like that. Not even Hillary Clinton, who's betting on cattle futures. But that happened with Alan Mollohan, and we were tracking and watched it. When we brought those charges and put a 500-page report on the Attorney General's desk, there was an investigation that began, and then he began amending his reports. But if you let people that have a lot of assets report within a range of between $5 and $25 million, then there's no way to actually nail that down. And so I think that if we're going to have to swim in this fishbowl of the public scrutiny on everything that we do, let's report it to be the exact dollars. Let's put it in a searchable, sortable, downloadable database. Give people on the internet access to those records. If they're public documents, put them out there, and let's get on with it. So that when people have transactions and when they have wealth that springs in, we can see that happen, and that level of corruption doesn't get that far out of hand before somebody loses their seat in Congress, which is what happened to Alan Mollohan, by the way.
Thank you.